Hello again and welcome back to Kiss My A's. I'm Emma Cownley, your content queen, and this week I'm going to be telling you how to make sure your copy is 100% error-free. This comes with a disclaimer because, I don't want people going back through all my stuff and being like, oh, you put a comma there, you used an Oxford comma and that's wrong. Don't do that to me. Don't start that war. I'm going to be mixing it up a little bit, including some really old style techniques with some more modern ones, just so that whatever your writing jam is, whether you love a little bit of laptop action or you're a more tangible girl, as I am, and you like to use a good old piece of pen and paper. So first up, you can try downloading something pretty straightforward like Grammarly or the Hemingway app, or just using the spelling and grammar on your existing word processing software, just to help you refine your spelling, grammar, punctuation, all the basics. One thing I will say with these, if it's flagging anything that looks right to you, but it's still being flagged, I would look into that a little bit, investigate it. Could be that you've added a comma in the wrong place, or you've used an American spelling and not realised it. So don't always dismiss it if you think that you're in the right. Similarly, don't always trust it. There's many a person I've seen that had their spelling set to American and are throwing Z's around left, right and centre when they're not meaning to. So I would strongly recommend just don't get lazy with it. I know that the computer is doing all the work for you, but use your noggin just a little. My second method is also a staunch favourite of mine. Pass it to someone, pass it to a colleague, get them to look it over for you. A second pair of eyes is completely invaluable, and I always say this in all of my blog posts. Get someone else to blooming read it. This is for a number of reasons. Firstly, your brain is the most effective autocorrect ever. So every time you read it, you're skipping over it because you've read it so many times. Pass it to someone else. They'll pick up on these little niggling errors. And if you've phrased anything in a really awkward way and it doesn't make sense, someone else will be the first one to point this out to you. Just really run it through everybody's hands, because an error that you've missed and someone else has missed, a third person may not miss. The next method is, it's going to sound pretty weird, but bear with. So your copy's done, someone else has checked it for you, print it out and read through it backwards. Here's why, right? Bear with me, here's why. In printing out the document, you've changed the format, you've taken it from digital to actual. So the copy is different, it's in a different format, which is challenging your brain. And then in reading it backwards, you're far more likely to pick up on any errors than you would if you were reading it forwards, because again, autocorrect is going to kick in and you're not going to catch those little errors. So print, read backwards. Another one is, this is another one of my faves, is to write all the copy, get it all done, bosh it out, let it sit, preferably overnight. Don't look at it, go away and do a different job. The next day, come back to it with brand new, fresh eyes and read over it again. I guarantee you're going to find mistakes, things you don't like, things that read awkwardly, things that could just do with a little rejumble, and then, if possible, let that sit again, maybe for half hour or so, and go back and give it another quick comb over. That's the best way to do it. That's how I always do it, even with client jobs. I give myself enough time to write it, without any editing. Write. Get it all done, get it all out, all of the best bits, all of the creative flow, get it all down. Ignore your inner editor for the time being, and then go back. Edit, leave it overnight, go back, edit, leave it half an hour, edit one more time. It is a long ass process, but that's why you pay me to do it instead of doing it your goddamn self, because I don't mind. I love it. And there you have it. My quick, simple tips for making sure your copy is error-free every time, all the time, all day long. If you have a question that you'd like to ask me for the next video, drop a comment below and I'll answer it for you. Alternatively, you can call me out on Twitter at @EJCownley and use the hashtag KissMyAs, and I will answer your questions there. Thanks very much for watching. Take care.